TRL is so original rage bait.
Yeah. I mean, imagine
And
in
also,
TikTok culture,
Yeah.
TRL would be topping the charts. Everyone would be watching and commenting.
It was also like the original, like, let's recount the votes. Because
Exactly.
I did not believe sometimes it would be like the songs that would be number one, and I'd be like, it is not My Chemical Romance number one for 30 days for Wake Me Up When September Ends. I'm so sorry, but where the hell are the My Chemical Romance heads?
Yeah,
I would like to know one.
You march your ass to Times Square and go like screaming, chanting outside the studio, screaming, "Stop the Steal."
Yeah.
TRL was the original "Stop the Steal."
Oh no.
Greg,
I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just gonna sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim, and this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing's storied career and do what we do best, which is make it all about us.
And today is a huge day. It's a big pop culture day.
Sure.
Because someone who has been missing in action for far too long has announced her comeback.
And of course, I know exactly.
You know who I'm talking about, which is Hilary Duff has signed a record deal. She's back, baby.
She is back. It's like she never left, honestly.
It is one of those things
Except to go get her veneers.
Oh, I mean,
she disappeared.
That's another day in pop culture history.
Yeah,
yes.
a woman grew up that day.
Yeah. And let me tell you, as someone who was a Hilary Duff over Lindsay. It's hard for me to admit, but I was always a Hilary over Lindsay girl.
Interesting.
I know.
She's definitely like, I love them both, honestly.
Yeah, no,
can't
that's
decide.
my thing. It's like the early 2000s made us pick.
Well,
and
Lindsay,
then I'm like, why did I have to pick Christina or Britney? I mean, obviously I was Britney, but it's like I also like Christina.
That's so true. But that's like what it was. It was like Lindsay was kind of like the bad girl.
Yeah.
Even though...
And I felt like Lindsay was Christina. And Hilary was Britney.
Okay, so this is
Christina was dirty, so she was kind of like bad girl, and Britney just like was always getting into trouble, but it was like she wasn't bad girl. You know what I mean? Until a certain point.
Well, go with me here. So
okay.
Britney is more bad girl vibes. Mm-hmm. She's just got the bad girl energy a little more inherently.
You think Christina Aguilera is good girl?
I just think Britney had like the it factor a little bit more, and Christina had to work a little bit harder for it. Christina had like very good natural talent, but I think she was like always, unfortunately, not that I believe this, she was always unfortunately like second to Britney.
Yeah.
I feel sorry to say.
Well, but it's funny because it's like the talent of Christina
was
is
so
insane.
undeniable.
Yeah. And that's what I will say too, which is like Lindsay has that acting talent that I feel like Hilary just kind of had that, like all of us girls and gays wanted to be Lizzie McGuire. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like she had that it factor, and there's like something about her where it was still like you would just give her passes. I mean, the amount of, I know we're gonna do a Hilary Duff episode because I
was actually considering doing Miss Thing Hilary Duff now, but I figured we'll wait. But
I'm like the amount of things that are just like indelible to culture. Her Today Show performance, the dancing that she's done, the singing in Raise Your Voice.
Oh, like, of course.
There are so many moments that I'm just so excited for her to be back into her singing phase. And the one thing that I wanted to bring to all the Jennifer's attention is, if there was no Hilary Duff and Metamorphosis, there would be no Miley Cyrus, because she signed a record. She was the first like Disney girly to sign a record with Hollywood Records, and that was about to go under. That's famously, it was like bleeding money.
Of course.
And then Metamorphosis took off, made millions of dollars, and then they realized that like these Disney girls could be cash cows, and then that sprung, okay, we're going to do a Hannah Montana series. So Miley Cyrus I mean, and also Miley Cyrus famously loves Hilary Duff, so she knows what's right.
Speak on that.
I'm very excited for her to be back. I don't even care what the music is.
And I'm not sure how much of a hand she's going to have in her own music.
Well, now
but
she's
we will
married
be
to
listening.
a musician.
She was married to a hockey player.
No, it's like Matthew Coma. No, she was then divorced. And the other thing, which again, I'm getting too excited, and it's not the Hilary Duff episode, but if any of the Gennifertias could tell me what happened to Hilary and Haylie, because they no longer interact on social media or seen together for years.
Well, that's the great J.Lo Ashanti debate.
Wait, I don't know that one.
Well, because didn't Haylie like do all of her like vocals? Like, for example, you could hear, especially in Raise Your Voice, it's a perfect example where she's like, Hilary's like, la, la, la. And then it's like, whoa, ho, ho. It's like a completely different voice coming in.
Yeah.
That's apparently Haylie Duff.
Really?
You can hear it in
I know
Lizzie
it's someone
McGuire
else's voice.
too.
I just didn't think it was Haylie.
No, it's a Haylie Duff. It's like, it's all in the Duff family.
Yeah.
The vocal stylings of Hilary on screen are all in the Duff family.
Well,
there's no similarity too, sound-wise.
No. But all I have to say to that is our lips are sealed.
But it's like, and that's what dreams are made of. This is what dreams are made of. There's like the parts that are Hilary, and then there's the parts where there's like a fully mature woman's voice. And like sometimes, like you don't even get through an entire line where it's one or
and
the other.
What I want, like, for this new album. Like, if it's all her voice, I'm sorry, that's not what I paid for.
Exactly. I think culturally we're in a moment like where anything could happen.
Yeah.
And I think like we are ready as like consumers and listeners to music for like the chaos of like a potential chaos of a Hilary Duff hit.
That, I mean, also she's the soundtrack to. Anyways, I'm so excited.
But it's so J.Lo Ashanti, where like Ashanti was fully just singing on J.Lo songs, and they're like, this is J.Lo, I guess. Anyways, we actually have some housekeeping that we want to do here at the sort of the top of the episode. So we are doing a special new thing. We want you guys to call in. We want the Gennifertias to call in with their diva downs.
We want a direct line to you guys.
Exactly. And we want to know like what you're dealing with at the moment. So we have established like a phone number that we'd like you to call in and leave voicemails on with your diva downs that you would like to get our advice on. And we will answer them. We'll do like a special episode or two.
And we'll air your voice. So your voice will be heard. Let your voice be heard.
Hilary
today.
and Haylie Duff style.
Raise your voice.
Raise your voice. Exactly. And if you want to... So our number
is
213-290-6388. Again, that's 213-290-6388. So give us a call, and who knows, you may be featured on a future episode of Miss Thing.
Yes.
And we cannot wait to hear from you guys, because we know the Gennifertias are a hilarious bunch.
Yes. It's going to be, we've got some fun things in store coming up. This is just one of them.
And it involves you. We want to get you more involved in the podcast because we love you and we know you are hilarious beings and you're all Miss Things to us.
Yeah, and then we'll obviously make you guys about ourselves.
We're going to take everything you say and sort of turn it. But that's fine. I think that's what you've come to expect from us.
Yeah, exactly.
And as a special thank you, I think it's time for us to do a fall 2025 edition of Gay Name or Straight Name.
Okay, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Adam.
Well, as you know, it's the original biblical name. So, gay. Flaming gay. I don't think I've ever met a straight Adam. I don't think I've ever met an Adam who isn't the softest man I've ever met.
I will say I agree with you on soft.
Adam is soft porn.
Adam is soft. What I was going to say is I'm going to disagree with you. I think that it is so straight. Every Adam I've ever met is super soft and straight and is one little word away from crying.
That is so true. Listen, I think that's beautiful, and I agree. I think Adams are the nicest men out there.
So nice. Adam, I love you, and I'm also so scared that I'm going to hurt your feelings.
Totally.
Yeah.
If you could toughen up a little bit, we'd really appreciate it. That being said, I disagree. I think Adams are gay.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Tom.
Oh, Tom is gay.
Absolutely.
Tom is so preppy, Southern gay guy, definitely wearing a pink polo. Maybe it says Lacoste.
Yes.
And
it has the alligator. It doesn't say Lacoste.
Exactly.
If it says Lacoste, they're into fakes and forgeries.
That's what I meant.
But Tom's.
Yeah.
I think some of them have fake bags.
Okay, and you know the other thing I'm going to say about Toms? Toms love to wear flip-flops and have them click, clack on the dock.
Flip-flops and white pants.
Yes.
Pre or post Labor Day.
Exactly.
You've never met a name that likes wearing white pants more than Tom. See, I will disagree with you. I do think there is Southern Tom. I actually think, though, Tom is British to me.
But that makes me feel straight. British Tom is straight. But okay, keep going.
I don't think there's a single straight Tom anywhere in the globe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Jeff.
Straight.
Yeah, and that's my dad.
Right.
But
I was going to say straight nerd, but your dad, of course, is not a nerd.
No.
Love him.
No, but I would say Jeff's are nerds. But
no offense to your dad.
Actually, I will say
because your dad is ultimately straight.
I have dated a G-off.
Oh, that's a different story. We're dealing with Toys R Us.
But they go by Jeff, but I would obviously call him G-off.
No, it's G-off, actually.
G-off. Yeah, exactly.
It's properly announced. But yeah, of course, when I think of G-off, I think of long neck, Toys R Us, the famous giraffe. But Jeff is straight. Jeff. Even looking at it, just even visualizing it in my mind, that is a straight person's name.
And when you see that, so if you see that on a list and you're going to a party or anything, you're kind of bummed because you're they're for sure straight.
Oh yeah, no, I got to talk about Mission Impossible tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Let me brush up on the plot. Yeah.
On Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
Todd.
Oh, Todd is a closet case. Todd, to me, is someone who is very religious.
Yep.
Is best friends with his mom. Is so...
my God.
So, you never see Todd out in public without his mom. And if he is, the only thing he's talking about is his mom.
Yeah,
it's a little bit what do you guys do when it's just the two of you? Because I feel uncomfortable. You know?
It's a little what happened with your mom?
Exactly. And the mom is a lot.
You
almost know, if you know a Todd, you also know his mom equally as well.
I have nothing else to say. This is just too real. I will say, actually, with Todd, significant difference, though, famous 1D or 2. Because 1D, we're dealing with some bisexuality at least.
Yeah, I can see that.
But 2Ds, that is straight as an arrow. Someone call Child Protective Services. There is something wrong at home.
Yes, exactly. And
there's something mysterious going on at home.
This episode goes out to all the Todds. We see you. You guys are valid and you have worth.
Totally. Yeah. And your mother is great. She's great. Just she doesn't need to come to every event.
Yeah, and someone should, but your mom should be in therapy.
Yeah. And maybe you two should be in couples therapy together. Because,
Yes.
Anyways, that was a thrilling game of gay name or straight name. But I think that leads us directly to Dodd Mom Sauce, aka Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with.
Yes.
And Tim, would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Could not be more obsessed.
Could not be more obsessed.
I'm losing my words because of how excited I am. I am truly, it has gotten into my brain. I can't get out of my brain. But Olivia Dean's Man I Need is the song of the year for me. That song makes me feel like it is the last days of summer. Mm-hmm. I have my evening cocktail dress on short.
Oh, of course.
It's humid out. Mm-hmm. I'm doing twirls. Uh-huh. I do a Marilyn Monroe like over a grate, trying to keep it down, but I don't really care because I'm too busy shaking my hips.
Yeah.
While also balancing a white wine.
The whole with ice.
Mm-hmm. And even every time I'm moving, it doesn't splash.
No.
It's the best. It's sunset.
Does have a nice little jingle to it, though. Uh-huh.
Exactly. And even my hair is a little sticky, but the breeze is keeping
blowing
it back.
Mm-hmm.
The song makes me feel so alive.
I know.
It feels like effortlessly, like it has like this fun little message. It's like, just be the man that I need.
Well, it's vibes.
It's vibes.
It's vibes in a song.
Bossa Nova vibes.
It's been so long since we've had vibes in music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, bring back the vibes.
That's what you have to listen to Nice to Each Other because it's also a different vibe.
She's so like, kind of reminds me of like young Diana Ross. Like she's got the vibe.
Yeah.
Like again, it's all like the only word that comes to mind is vibe. Like she's got the big hair. She's like always smiling and kind of bopping. She's so white wine in the glass, jingle jangle. I couldn't agree more.
White wine in the glass, jingle jangle. That to me is like, if I say that that's what you are, that's like the best thing I could ever tell you.
You're the easiest, breeziest girl that's ever been.
Mm-hmm. It's truly cover girl.
You're all the girl I need.
Exactly. Olivia, we're obsessed. You are a future missing for me right now. You are my Dodd Mom Sauce.
Totally. All right. I'm in complete agreement with you. One thing about that song that I do think is a little silly.
Here we go.
It's so like, I think she's probably like 19 and she goes, Bossa Nova on the radio or whatever. And I'm like, Bossa Nova?
No, but she's British, and I feel like the people from London, they like all of them have to. They all have to have references from, it's like the Adele, Amy Winehouse. Like they're always doing like from the '60s references,
right? Because like in London, they're always listening like to a record through like one of those huge trumpet things.
Yes, absolutely.
That's how they like got all their music like as a child, and that's how they listen to all their music.
If they don't, I would be really disappointed. Like that's what I picture. They're just like sipping tea in like a really formal sitting room.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of London and the UK, and like that's what never changed, like never modernized beyond that. Yeah. Like there's certain things like that make you so cutting edge, but like also that's what we love most about like your music scene there.
And we know that we are correct, 100% accurate.
Oh, of course, of course.
Greg, what is your Dodd Mom Sauce?
Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this, but my Dodd Mom Sauce, the thing that I'm currently really obsessed with, is gratitude.
The concept?
The concept.
Greg, that is so spooky.
I know. Well, we were talking a little off pod, and like the things we were talking about were like, you're so in my head and in my mind. Like, listen, I think gratitude is so amazing. Like it's no matter like what you're going through in life, I think it's so important sometimes to like really zoom out and just be like, hey, you know what? Thank you to God or the universe or spirit or whatever it is that
Olivia
you
Dean.
Believe in. Olivia Dean, who is channeling something, right, with that song. And I think it's like at any given moment, like no matter what you're thinking or feeling and how big and how scary it can be, like unless you're in immediate danger or like, you know, sick or something and in actual like, you know, close to death, whatever you're experiencing is going to pass and it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
And you have the opportunity to learn and grow from that experience. And I think that's so beautiful to like remember.
It's a lesson to teach you in that moment. Like, can you, if something comes up that's a challenge and then it's like, okay, this is here. If you can reframe it in your mind to be like, okay, this is trying to teach me to sit with this uncomfortable feeling or to be able to handle this thing and still come out on the other side. Like, it is something that you can ultimately be grateful for. I was saying spooky because I was just having this conversation, and you didn't know this, last night with someone else.
Okay.
And we kept saying the words grateful, which is obviously not like revolutionary, but like for this to have happened like literally less than 12 hours ago, and then you bring it up on the pod, it's spooky ooky.
Yeah, and of course I have no issues with the fact that you were talking to other people besides me, and like I'm totally cool with that, and like thank you.
And I was saying I'm so grateful to not be talking to Greg right now. And they were like, oh my god, me too. Yeah. And it's just spurred so much gratitude.
That is how I imagine every conversation that I'm not involved with goes. But yeah, no, was I like thanking the universe this morning during my leg workout? You know, not exactly, but like, see, that's why it's a practice, you know, and we try a little bit more each day. But yeah, it's like bitching and complaining about things is like fun, maybe temporarily, but like, you know, you could also like recognize like the power of you and like the gift of your life. Like, I know that's a very, you know, privileged thing to say too, you know, like when there's so much suffering and whatever going on in the world, but I think that's part of like the realization and the gratitude itself that you're not currently experiencing that at this exact moment. You know, like there's so much beauty and power in like recognizing that your body is a vessel, you know, for and your
gay name or straight name
soul. Yeah, exactly. And your soul is like part of the universe, like using your vessel and your body to like experience itself. And I think there's so much like power in sort of like thinking about that and like you experiencing the universe through like, you know, joy and laughter, gay name or straight name, you know, seeing a sunset, like
it totally, like I think it's also, we are programmed to run away from like pain and discomfort and run towards like pleasure and good times. But if you can sit with both at the same time, it's like that is something where you're kind of like not holding on too lightly to either, but you're kind of just like in that middle ground. Yeah. That is something where I feel like is usually when you are probably going to feel the most like at home, because everything is temporary, you know?
And everything exists.
Yeah. And so then if you're just like sitting in that and being grateful for whichever one you're feeling, be it both or leaning one or the other, like it's a little more easy, I think, to handle than to like to try to always, which we do as humans, be looking for the pleasure or looking for the happy.
Well, yeah. I mean, the purpose of your life in theory, like if you think about it, is to be able to experience all of it. Yeah. You're supposed to experience all of it. You're supposed to embrace all of it.
You're supposed to listen to Miss Thing with Greg and Tim on Apple or Spotify or YouTube.
And you are obliged to give us 6 stars.
Yes.
Which is above what you can typically, but anything can happen when you put your mind to it. Like giving us 6 stars.
And you are mandated to call in.
Yeah, and leave us a voice
down.
A voicemail of Diva Down. Yeah, so listen, gratitude. I'm currently super obsessed with that. Yeah. That and House Tour by Sabrina Carpenter.
And with that,
let's go to break.
Gratefully.
We're back, and it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
This woman is a part of all of our DNA.
Yeah, a 90s icon. I mean, 90s kids rise. This is like a big moment for us all. One of our queens.
One of our queens. let's just dive right in.
Yeah, our Miss Thing this week is Alicia Silverstone. Okay, here we go. We've done this before.
We've done this. I thought it was Alicia. No?
Well,
Alicia.
But this is the
Alicia
greatest name debate of them all. It's like, is it Alicia or is it Alicia? Because people used to always be like, Alicia Silverstone. And I was like, damn, she is fancy. Like, she is a movie star that, like, we've made her name sound more, like, exotic than it is. So I actually looked this up.
Okay. And
I looked up Alicia Silverstone saying her name, like pronouncing her own name.
Yeah.
And she's on a Facebook video saying it's pronounced Alicia.
Okay. Time has forked. I have dropped into the void. This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
I also don't think I've really say her name out loud. Do you know what I mean? Like, I read it, I talk about the credits, but I don't say her name a lot. And that's my fault.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a name that's so burned in our brain. No, I remember like always being like, I feel like you guys are making that up. Like, I feel like people were just being like Alicia saying.
And that should also be like, there should be a pop star in 2025 just called Alicia.
Well, listen, Alicia Silverstone walked so Alessia Cara could, twirl around that Midtown loft.
Yes.
Singing about the scars to your beautiful.
Yeah. And then also that Moana song, How Far I'll Go.
Oh, she sang that?
She sang the like pop version of it that was also a big hit. You know.
Well, we honor her.
We honor that. Okay, but let's get back to what I would say. The woman who has the most distinct upper lip acting I have ever seen in my life.
Interesting.
What this woman does with her lips when she talks.
Not sure I know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I don't know if you have eyes, but she does like a...
Okay,
you guys have to go to YouTube to watch my impression, but I do feel like I can do micro impressions of Alicia Silverstone, which is like what the little thing she almost kind of does that thing where you like do like the upper lip like kind of like corner, you know what I'm talking? What's this?
Oh,
like,
she does do
what's
that.
What's that called?
Yeah.
What's that called? How would you describe it?
How would I describe
It's like you
that?
crease your upper lip into an angle.
Yeah, it's like the tongue trick, but lip.
The tongue. When you're doing the thing where you're.
I'm calling it the tongue trick, but lip.
And it's the famous when you pretend you have a string and you're pulling. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's so pulling a string out of her mouth. And
a fish hook.
The fish hook.
Fish hook lip. She has fish hook lip.
Title of that. And let me tell you, she cast a spell on me from such a young age. Okay, obviously we're gonna start with the biggest and best, one of the best movies of all time, Clueless. Nothing can ever top it. Yeah. It's so good.
The second biggest and best movie of all time, Batman and Robin, where she played Batwoman.
Bat something.
Yeah. The best, your favorite one.
My favorite one. Mm-hmm. Truly thought she was the coolest. Her fight scene with Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Like I said to Lady Freeze. I wish I could remember the thing. She's like, this is a one-woman show. And then she whips the lash, and then Alicia is too fast for her, and she still outwits her.
Yeah, of course.
But, okay, other than that, we have a seminal, blockbuster, front of house
display. New releases.
Yes, new releases, Blast from the Past. With Brendan Fraser.
Of course.
Never actually saw it.
No,
but I could draw from memory the cover of that DVD/VHS.
I have seen that cover millions of times. Yes. Yeah, I know it better than the back of my hand. Have not so much as seen a frame of the film. No. But that's the thing about Blast from the Past. Mm-hmm. She is so blockbuster. She's so...
in every sense of the word. Yeah.
Amen, sister friend. I mean, what else do we have? Well, she is in the New York Aslanthemus movie. Bugonia, which we cannot wait. We will be covering extensively, I'm sure, on the podcast.
She's been like steadily working forever. Like if you go to look at her credits, like she is also not like precious about, like, she will do a supporting role in various movies or TV shows. And right now, the reason why we're doing her is because she is popping off in, listen, we've never heard of the channel, but we have heard of her, and and we support our girlies, which is she's now in a new show called Irish Blood on Acorn TV.
Yeah. And Gennifertias, if you know what Acorn TV is, please send it our way.
Call in and tell us what Acorn TV is.
Yeah, Diva Down Acorn TV. Except Diva Down, Diva Up a little bit.
Well, Diva Down us, that it's so, where do we find Acorn TV so we can watch Irish Blood?
Yeah,
because it's getting raves.
We're desperate to watch Irish Blood. Irish Blood.
Man in the Iron Mask.
Yes, exactly. Like, we just want to support our girl Alicia, and we cannot access Acorn TV. So we haven't seen Irish Blood yet, but we fully support and understand.
And like, there are so many. The other thing, oh my God.
Well, Famous Vegan, first of all.
Famous Vegan. Also, one of, if not the most famous music video vixen.
Right.
Aerosmith Muse.
I
mean, when you think of the word crazy,
right?
You think of Greg and I, but then, then you think of the music video.
Then you think of Seal,
yes,
because he has a great song, "Crazy,"
and then you think of Britney Spears.
And
then, but then visually, you also will think of her dancing in that car with his daughter, Liv Tyler, which we don't need to necessarily think too much about that.
Yeah, we're gonna say Alicia is the muse in this regard. In this regard, oh my God, Saturday mornings watching that cartoon. Not watching the cartoons, but watching MTV and them playing that over and over and waiting for that video. That there was a period of time where, like, when. Okay, on Saturday mornings, you'd be watching MTV, switching between
video
MTV.
On VH1.
You'd be switching between MTV and VH1 to see which one had the better music videos playing. And, like, there were certain periods of time, like every week, you were really looking forward to like one music video the most. I remember there was a period of time where I was most looking forward to Shoop by Whitney Houston from Waiting to Exhale. And she was like in the black background, and she was like, shoo-de-hoo-be-doop, and her lip.
Yeah. Now, I am thinking really only of TRL. And then getting really mad. The anger that I would have when it would be like, Christina Aguilera would have a higher video than Britney. Yeah. And I would just be like, we let her down.
Well, that was the original rage bait.
That TRL is so original rage bait.
Yeah. I mean, imagine and in also, TikTok culture, TRL would be topping the charts. Everyone would be watching and commenting.
Yeah. It was also like the original, like, let's recount the votes. Because I did not believe sometimes it would be like the songs that would be number one, and I'd be like, it is not My Chemical Romance number one for 30 days for Wake Me Up When September Ends. I'm so sorry, but where the hell are the My Chemical Romance heads? Yeah, I would like to know one.
You march your ass to Times Square and go like screaming, chanting outside the studio, screaming, "Stop the Steal." TRL was the original "Stop the Steal."
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, but Alicia.
I think it's time to make Alicia all about ourselves.
I couldn't agree more. Greg, how do you make Alicia all about yourself?
Well, okay, so there were two incredible moments from Alicia's career that I was really sort of homing in on. Yeah. But of course, I have to go right to one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history when Cher is driving. Oh. In Clueless.
Literally, it is probably the best driving scene.
Yeah, like almost running over the biker, slamming into the cars on the side of the road, going, oof, should I leave a note? It's just, I mean, it's incredible work. And of course, she's driving my dream car, that white Wrangler.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean, everything about Clueless is perfect.
The fashion, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it lives on to this day. Mm-hmm. But of course,
having a crush on your stepbrother. Who hasn't been there?
And by the way, also, let us not erase the incredible Alicia Silverstone movie, The Crush.
Okay,
with her and Carrie Elwes.
Okay, well, step off, because that may or may not be what I make about myself.
Okay. And speaking of like Blockbuster and MTV and everything, I used to remember the pay-per-view like previews where you they would show sort of the trailer for like whatever is going to be on that channel that day. I used to always watch the Crush trailer.
I know exactly. That was so ingrained in my brain.
Wow, we are like just the way culture used to be. Yeah. Life was so much easier back then. Oh my God. Sorry for the actual Gen Zs, like, because life.
I know, and Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Anyways. She's driving.
So I'm back to the greatest scene in cinematic history, Cher's driving. That reminds me of a time that I was one time driving downtown Los Angeles, and I had to, I talk about it every week, I had to pee really, really bad. So I was driving around. It was like rush hour, and I'm like, I'm actually going to have to stop somewhere downtown and like go to the bathroom.
Not to completely sidetrack, but I just have to ask you this. Have you ever peed in a bottle in a car?
Okay, no. Because I know that the amount of pee, like if I ever get to that point, I know that the amount of pee that I'm going to pee is like will overflow from the bottle, and I will not be able to stop the stream.
I know what you mean. Stop the steal. Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I've been in a situation where people say like, just pee in this bottle, and mine are always. It's never like, I wish it was like this Tihava plastic bottle.
Right.
It's like, it's
also
like,
not big enough.
It's also not, mine are, whenever I find myself in a situation, it's actually like the water bottle that I own, like my stainless steel one.
Oh yeah, it's like you're like,
and I'm
good
like,
one.
I'll never be able to drink out of, even if I wash it, even if I put it through the dishwasher, like I won't be able to do that. I would rather die of pain.
Completely agree. And like, listen, we're not
people
yucking
have done
the
it
yum
in front of me, and I am. Well, at one part, I'm kind of like repulsed, but then the other part, mostly jealous.
That they have like the gall and the nerve and the gumption.
And that they can just pinch it off, or that they only have that much liquid. I've got too much liquid to give.
It's just like we are the universe experiencing ourselves.
We just like overflow.
Totally.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we need to see. Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
No, I also, of course, have an incredible story about when I really had to pee, and I was in your ex-boyfriend's car one time.
Oh, I have to know which one.
I will talk about it, but I'll also talk about it on the pod in the future. But that's not today. So I'm downtown. I really need to pee. I'm like, I gotta stop, because like getting out of downtown at rush hour alone takes like an hour.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's a Whole Foods nearby. There was a spot right out front. I pull into the spot, put some money in the meter. I'm like, okay, great. I'm gonna go into Whole Foods, pee, then be on my merry way. I'm in the store for, I'm not even kidding you, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Like I'm in, I'm out. I am like just really, really keeping it moving. I walk back out to my car. First of all, there is a giant food truck that has since parked immediately in front of me and pressed me in. And somehow in that period of time, an entire road crew has come, and they've set up like huge trucks and everything, like immediately, actually to the left, but like a little behind my car. And they've set up so many cones. To like around.
Was there signs when you parked?
No, of course not. And again, there's no crew working that fast in Los Angeles except for like during rush hour downtown and like in that moment, and setting up right outside my car. So like the way it was happening, like the work was like a little behind the car, but they had put cones like to the side and like a little in front, like a little like row of cones. So I was like, hey, there was a crew there.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, do you mind, like, can you just move this cone so I can pull out and I'll, like, be out of your way? And the guy was like, no, I'll help you out. So, like, to help me out, to guide me out.
Could you just be like, I'm going to move the cone myself then?
Well, you think, but he's like, don't, they're like this. They're like, don't touch. Of course, like they're just so fucking frantic and like also don't give any shit at all. So I'm like, okay, so guide me out. He's like, okay, come. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? He's like, forward.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like going slowly at first, and I'm like, God, I'm really close to this food truck. So I'm like, I'm going at first. I'm going slow. I start speeding up because he's like, okay, you're out. Sure enough, loudest screech you've ever heard.
Yeah.
I am now caught. I have scraped the entire side of my car against this huge metal food truck. I'm caught on the food truck now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I go back, unlodge myself from the truck that I completely scraped my car, do more damage. And he goes, and he walks up, moves the cone. After the fact.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And then, of course, hightails it out of there, walks away, so I can't talk to him.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm not like, oof, should I leave a note? Because, like, there's like 10 people in this food truck. The woman comes out, she's like, what? Why did you just do that? I'm like, the guy just directed me to do that. So, of course, he disappeared. And then I spent the next half hour, getting like
insurance.
Yeah. And then the next few weeks, like dealing with insurance, getting my car fixed. We are the universe experiencing itself, and that person, was just a different side of the universe that day that I needed to witness, like an inexplicable sort of.
That person, I will find out now that person actually didn't exist. It was like a figment of your imagination.
Totally. And some things are unexplainable, like that guy not moving the cone, then throws himself, and then moves it.
And no sort of apology.
No, of course not. He disappeared.
Yeah. I mean, this all would have been solved if we could just pee in our cars. If we could just pee into a little bottle.
Yeah.
Wow, that to me is rage bait because I'm filled with rage at how you were treated. I'm gonna go to this person's house and direct them.
Anyways, enough about me. How do you make Alicia Silverstone all about you?
Okay, well, as you mentioned, I had been holding it back, but you brought it up, which is that I'm gonna think of her seminal film that is not talked about enough, Crush.
Oh my God.
When in the 90s, they used to do like TV movies of the week as actual movies.
Like theatrical releases, and they'd make like $200,000.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Those style of movies.
Rebecca De Mornay never had to work again. I mean, just she won and done. I'm sure she's like still working.
I mean, Alicia, you thought that's the best name, but it's actually Rebecca. I can't even say it.
Rebecca De Mornay.
Okay, well, so Crush, to all the people who haven't seen it, is the premise, which I don't even need to go into, but I feel obliged to.
I feel like this is 90s explosion on the pod
it
today,
really is, but just a 14-year-old girl becomes obsessed with Carl Hughes. He's the guy from
Carrie Elwes.
Oh, that's his name. I call him Carl Hughes.
Yeah, and the Gennifertias, the Gen Zs will know him from Saw.
Oh, right. And also Princess Bride, maybe. I feel like that.
Well, that's like Gen X.
I know, but I feel like it's like, you know, I feel like Gen Z still knows about Clueless. You know what I mean? I feel like Princess Bride is. And listen, anyways.
But it was Lolita. Which the Gen Zs probably don't get at all. But yeah, it was Lolita. It was like young girl, old man. It was like back in the 90s when they would literally make stuff like that. And no one would bat an eye.
Yeah. Okay, so Crush makes me think of when I was in college, I had a crush. Mm-hmm. There was a boy who I would always see from afar, and I would say, that would be nice, you know? I see this for myself. But from the first time that I saw him across the cafeteria, he had a boyfriend. And so I was like, okay, well, this is just going to be something that lives in my brain. I can't act on it. He has a boyfriend, but maybe, I mean, how long can boyfriends stay together in college? So give it a semester. I always sort of like temporarily check in. They were dating all the time, and I was like, okay. And then I was always like,
hey, just checking in. Are you still single?
Well,
no, you're checking the Facebook status, obviously, to see if it's complicated.
Yeah, and by the way, like we were in different departments, like we didn't share any classes. Like there was we had no mutual friends really.
Yeah,
and so there was like I would only ever see him from afar.
And you were the part of the universe that he had not explored or experienced.
Yes.
Yeah, you were the guy with the cone.
Was I trying? Yeah. And I was like, and then at a certain point, I was like, I remember talking to one of my friends, and I was like, don't you think I kind of look like that guy's boyfriend? I think like we're kind of like really similar.
Oh God, you're bargaining.
Yeah, I like bargaining. And then my friends were like, I don't see it at all. And I was like, I think I'm like spitting image. I look like exactly like this guy's boyfriend.
Yeah, and he's Olivia Dean.
Yeah, exactly.
A woman.
Yeah, different
race.
race. Yeah. And so then I kind of at that moment let it go, where I was like, okay, I'm in my head. I'm not even his type, And then sure enough, my senior year, I'm leaving to go to the LA campus. I went to school in Boston. And right before then, I find out that they break up. And then I was like, okay, well, the universe doesn't want us to be together because I'm now leaving to go to the other side of the country.
Right.
So I give up on it. I fly back.
Perfect timing.
I fly back for senior week. Randolph Joy.
Yeah.
I fly back my senior week to there was like a week of festivities right before you graduate.
Yeah.
And so doing all the festivities with my friends on one of the weeknights, like a big group of my friends go to a pub and we're just drinking and we're all going around the booth, like saying like, was there any regrets that we had in college? And by the way, I did not tell anyone about this crush because I just thought there was no point to it.
Yeah.
So we're going around the booth, like talking about like things that we regret. And then I was kind of like, and let's just say, because everyone's named this, let's just call him Matt.
Yeah. Of course.
So I'm like, I always wish that I hooked up with Matt. That's like my one regret in college. I wish that I hooked up with Matt.
There's always a Matt that we wish we hooked up with.
Exactly. And my friend Amanda was also like, that is so funny. Like, I always wished I hooked up with John. And I was like, oh my God, I just was literally in the LA campus with John. I didn't know him until the semester. I'm actually like kind of close with him now. And she was like, really? And she goes, well, that's so funny. While you were away, I got close with Matt. And I was like, are you kidding? And so the next night was like the senior booze cruise. It's like the last night. Boston, exactly.
Yeah. It's their modern day tea party.
Exactly. And so then we sort of hatch a plan where it's like
you're always hatching plans.
A plan. And so we're sort of like, okay, well, we're going to go up to our respective people, talk up the other one, sort of, see what happens.
Grease the wheels.
So we go
hard to starboard.
Exactly.
And, in what is it? Avian? What's on the sea?
Avian
in naval terms.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so cut to, we're on the booze cruise. We immediately start doing our wingmanning. I'm talking to John. She's talking to Matt.
Yeah.
And then we're sort of like, okay, let's like, and we're like, oh, you should know. Like, who's like really, and they don't know that we're friends either. So it's like even better. It just looks like we're just randomly talking up someone.
Yeah.
Again, it's a booze cruise, so we're getting drunker.
Sure.
And then we slowly move we all go towards the dance floor. And wouldn't you know it? We just like keep bumping into each other. We just keep like, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, it's almost if you're jumping out from behind, objects.
Yeah, exactly. We sort of then we basically like switch places. I'm now with Matt. She's now with John.
Freaky Friday.
We've really Freaky Friday, basically. And at this point, they've already heard so much positive things about us. It's so crazy. How did you find us right in front of you all of a sudden?
Yeah, you're like, your name is what again?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm fully doing that. I'm
of course you are.
It's Mark.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, Matt. I think I've seen you before. Cut to both of us making out with our people, having the time of our lives, getting drunk. It turns into such a fun night. A late night. Didn't realize or I knew it, but I wasn't thinking about it because I was sort of just like, wait, is my crush actually happening, which it does. Go back to his place, have, sort of check my last thing off of my box. Then I realized the next morning is graduation day.
Okay.
So I went to my graduation, basically blackout drunk still. Which is another story, which I will tell also.
You walk ashamed to your graduation?
I literally, I wish I remembered it more.
Yeah.
But what I do remember is my crush happened for me. And this is just a little thing for you, which you, as the world is so small, we later find out that he ends up working with my co-host and podcast sister in Los Angeles years later. You now know who I'm talking about.
I do know who you're talking about.
It's how small the universe is. I thought I would never see this man again.
How the turntables.
Yeah. And now he has since worked with my podcast co-host sister.
No, that's beautiful. I'm glad that you conquered that. You haven't achieved anything since.
Nope, that was the last thing. Yeah. And what we're gonna make happen right now is a break. Yeah. Welcome back.
And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that currently needs a bit of advice, our unsolicited gay guy advice.
And our Diva Down is
anyone trying to get Ariana Grande tickets.
And I count this has happened to me today,
yeah.
which is all this morning. I was trying to get tickets. And I have never seen this before, even when I've tried to get Taylor Swift tickets, which is, I have all the windows open on Ticketmaster. And then it literally just switched to all of them are sold out. It didn't, normally I feel like by the time I get through, it will say okay, there's tickets left, but they're all $10,000.
Yeah.
This was something where it's they don't even have a single, all of them just turned at the same time to say there's not a single ticket left at this venue.
10:00:01, all the tickets are claimed. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard. I've heard this one's a bloodbath.
She hasn't toured in 6 years.
I know, and I feel like so much has happened to her. She's an Academy Award nominee at this point. And also just to hear her sing live, I think is an event, and she's released so much new music. It's understandable that it's so hard to get tickets, but again, it's the worst feeling. I mean, whenever you're trying to get tickets for a big thing, and then pre-sale goes
It's also
so fast.
I mean, I get it because she wants to do small, but it's she is at the level. She is an Ariana or a Beyonce or a Taylor.
She's
an
Ariana Grande almost.
Exactly. Where it's you need to be. I think she's doing weirdly the Forum and crypto.
Yeah.
She's going back and forth, and I'm just do a bigger venue. But I know you don't want to. It's Adele again, where I'm no, come on. We need to be able to see you. And what my advice is, I'm all worked up, is I think that Ticketmaster, we've already talked about it.
We don't even need to go down that road
I think
again.
that I don't really have actually coherent advice because I'm so worked up by this, but I feel there needs to be a better system of just us waiting for an hour, watching it go from 10,000 to then 10,000 people in front of you to 9,988 people in front of you, and you're there's no way I'm gonna actually make it through, but you still wait.
You know what I think? Actually, I have
advice.
Different advice, but you know what I think? I think we need to go back to the days of going to the actual venue and waiting in line, or going to a ticket center or whatever and waiting in line. And do you know how many people that will weed out?
Yeah.
If you really want to see that show, you're gonna get up and go and wait for tickets instead of waiting on your computer and then not getting through because AI or whatever, the scalpers or whatever, just pouncing. I think since tickets and shows are in person,
and artists just did that. I think Maggie Rogers. She literally didn't release something like, if you want to go to my shows at each, and then she would release it would be like, go to the Wiltern in Los Angeles.
Like
the
night of the show?
No. Like, it was like in the same way where it's like, I'm going, like, the tickets go on sale on this day in September.
Yeah.
And then being like, go to the Wiltern, or like go to the Fox Theater, whatever the theater is in each city. And then, and I was like, but I mean, that one does feel like it could get violent, but as mainly coming from you and I,
right.
fighting our way. But I agree. That is such smart advice.
Well, we're looking for, going to an artist who you love, going to their tour is an experience, right? It's an in-person experience. Like, but the headache and the hassle of like getting those tickets in the first place and then overpaying, like when you have to like buy them resale, that's just an additional headache. And I think like if you're a real fan, you really want to go to that show, like you're going to show up like that morning and like get your tickets, and it's not going to be a hassle, and you're not going to have to pay the fees. You're not going to have to pay the Ticketmaster fees. And by the way, you're employing actual people at like a box office. I think we need to, this is how we get rid of Ticketmaster, guys.
Please.
Yeah.
And wait, and maybe this is the stupidest question I've ever asked, but what is dynamic pricing?
Dynamic pricing is what happened when we bought Beyonce tickets in pre-sale. When they like created false demand, and then they were charging like hundreds of extra dollars.
Oh, so it's bad.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like when people are looking,
there's nothing dynamic about it.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. We need to throw a stick of dynamite at dynamic pricing and blow that shit up. No, it's like when more people are looking, or like when they know there's like gonna be demand and like frenzy.
I thought dynamic pricing was good. Okay,
no, dynamic pricing is bad, but Ariana is not doing it for her show.
She's not. Yeah.
Well, anyway, and then I have one more piece of advice. Please. And like, if be like us and befriend and get a close fan in Cynthia Erivo, who is Ariana's good friend and co-star in Wicked. And my advice is to just sort of like befriend her, because she's a good person to know at times like these when Ariana is touring.
You are on it.
And Cynthia, we're going to be reaching out, or you reach out. Feel free to reach out and offer us tickets to Ariana's show.
Yes, Cynthia, give us tickets to Ariana's show, but also will you give us a private concert of just you singing at us?
We're asking you here.
Yeah.
We'll praise
call
you.
In.
Yeah, call
Cynthia, call in.
Leave us a voicemail.
Singing.
Yeah, singing Your Diva Down.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if also, Gennifertias, if you have a voice like Cynthia, you can leave a voicemail singing in. But if you're not, just talk.
Yeah. And again, we do want to hear from you. Our phone number again is 213-290-6388.
And don't forget, like and subscribe on YouTube. Go listen to us on Apple or Spotify, 5 stars and above.
Tell your friends, tell the Kathys in your life.
Yes, comment. Margaret Qualley is Honey Don't. And Cynthia, get us tickets.
Yeah. We don't usually come to you with asks, but we are asking because we were unsuccessful in getting tickets to Ariana, and we would love to go. All right. And with that,
we love you.
Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media.
BONK.